Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is about work horror stories, specifically in our fitting rooms.
We actually worked at the same place. It was a retail store. Yeah, I worked there for 2 years and it was my first job. I got it my sophomore summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the summer of my sophomore year. So I worked there my junior and my senior year. And I got Melissa to work there.
Thanks!
Yeah, because I was like, I need more friends here, so I told Melissa to apply, and they hired her like that.
Yeah, we literally applied like in English class. Yeah. I remember we were just filling it out and our teacher was just talking.
Yeah, so you were there your senior year, towards the end of your senior year.
Yeah, I started in the holiday seasons and then
Christmas.
I quit. Yeah, and then I quit when I moved.
So you worked there for like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
6 months, yeah.
Felt like a long time.
Yeah, so we both have some fitting room horror stories. Yeah. So we worked in different departments. I worked in the women's department.
And I worked in the juniors department.
So
I think you had it worse.
Yeah.
She had 2 fitting rooms.
Yeah.
It was so hot. There was no air conditioning, so every time I had to like go and drop off clothes, I was dying. So
yeah, like on my side of the store it was super hot.
Imagine like an entire shift. Ugh.
Yeah, every time I worked, I was like, ugh, I'm gonna be sweating within the hour. Yeah, and like the fitting room smelled so bad because there's like people trying on clothes, their feet smell, and then it's so musty in there because of the AC.
Yeah.
And
you had a fan.
Yeah.
Like, some ghetto
yeah,
fan.
we had like it was like a little AC unit.
Before. It did not work.
For like the whole fitting room. And basically, you only felt that air if you were standing next to it. And towards the end, when I was about to quit, that thing like stopped working. Like we didn't have it at the end.
Really?
Yeah. So and then a specific manager, brought out a fan, like this big fan that was like no, it was a black fan, like this big.
Yeah.
And it sounded like it was murdering someone, honestly, like some kind of murdering machine. But this manager brought it out because he thought it would make things better. But like once you turned it on, you couldn't hear anything. Like if people were trying to speak to you, you had to yell over them to like hear anything. So that was a fail. And from what I've heard, they still haven't fixed the AC, so...
It has bad reviews, the store, just because of that.
Because of the AC, but they did not fix it in the 2 years that I was there, or before that.
To be honest, my department wasn't as bad, because it was younger people, not like cranky old ladies, but we had the occasional, like... Our main issue was just the overflowing of clothes, like... It got bad sometimes, like especially if I was the only one there.
And on the weekends.
Yeah, it covered like the benches so no one could sit and people would complain. I mean, I'm just gonna toss it all off the bench, but no. But as far as like smell and stuff, we had air conditioning.
So as far as smell, we were
kind of. Some incidents we'll get into.
Yeah, some customers just I guess they don't take a shower.
No hygiene.
Yeah, they just don't shower or put deodorant on or something like that. So
don't go into fitting rooms.
Yeah, you get at least one of those customers every day. Yeah. So you can expect to smell some smelly smells while working retail.
That's when I take my 15-minute break. When it starts smelling really bad. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, and it was bad. Like especially on weekends. People would just throw all their clothes on the floor, and we had no limit to the amount of clothes you could take in there. So you could take in like your whole
cart.
Yeah, your whole cart of clothes, and just try every single thing on and just leave it on the floor, and we couldn't really say anything.
And like, you know, it's the person who did that. When they leave, they don't look at you. They're just
they try to leave, and they just like you can see the shame in their face. But I just like hardcore would stare at them and be like, I know what you did.
And people will be like, can I bring this card inside? Yeah, you can. No tears.
Yeah, so it was a lot of work. What else about the fitting rooms? I mean, they were just bad.
Pee. It's so shameful that we even have to like mention this because you don't do that.
In fitting rooms.
Who raised you?
Okay,
you don't do that.
Pee in fitting rooms.
But
unfortunately,
A few.
You want to
did.
tell yours first?
Okay, mine wasn't as like terrible as hers, but
There
was
it
this-
was.
yeah. There was this one. She was, I think, around her age, a little older. I heard her like kind of like yelling from outside. So then when she left, she was like, "Do you guys have a restroom?" And we were like, "Yeah, it's right at the end." And she's like, "Okay," but then I guess she didn't make it, and she peed on the fitting room. It was like on the floor, on the bench thing that you sit down on. And I couldn't believe it at first. I was like, but I told her where the restroom was. I guess it was bad. She really had to go, and she went. She was young too, but yours were like,
Yeah.
older.
So my lady in my fitting room. So it was like a weekend, so it was really busy, and it was a Saturday actually. So we have to constantly be getting into the fitting rooms to grab all the clothes out, because the more people see clothes on the floor, the more they want to throw stuff on the floor and think, oh well, there's already clothes there. Well, I should just throw my clothes on top of it. So yeah, so we have to try to like just keep them like clear of clothes on the floor. So I had just cleaned out a specific fitting room, and then we have like a little area inside the fitting rooms where we just like can organize the clothes. So I went back there to like organize the clothes, and then I saw like, and she was an older lady, probably like in her 50s. Yeah, probably her 50s. And she went into that fitting room that I had just cleaned out, and she smiled at me before she went in there, and I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And she was like, "I'm good." So she went in there, and she came out, and I didn't check the fitting room right away, but I did check it.
When you did.
No one else had gone in there. And there was like just pee on the floor. Like it was just yellow. Like at first I was like, someone dropped water on the floor, but no. It was yellow. It was like a clear yellow liquid on the floor. And wait, when the lady came out, we made eye contact too, and she smiled. And then she left. I don't know, that just makes it even weirder. Like you just peed in our fitting room and you come out and you're like, bye. That's weird. I mean, maybe she had like an issue, like a bladder issue, but...
Did you mention it?
Oh, and then there was like a napkin on it. Like a single napkin, like in the middle of the...
So she tried.
Yes,
she
I think she tried to clean it up, but she only had like a napkin, I guess. So there was just like a napkin like on top of the bottle. Oh, I took a picture. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that picture in here. I think I lost it anyways. But
I see that.
Yeah, so then I didn't want to clean it up. My coworker didn't want to clean it up either. So we called the manager.
The best manager?
Yeah, this was honestly the best manager ever. Yeah. But yeah, we called him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll go check it out." And we didn't tell him exactly what it was. We told him there was something going on, but we weren't like, yeah, someone peed in our fitting room, because I didn't want him to be like, "Oh, well, you clean it up." Yeah. I wanted him to be there and then have him clean it up. So he didn't come, and I was about to leave for the day, and this was at like 3 p.m. so I wasn't closing that day. So I grabbed a white paper and I just wrote on it like "out of order," and I just stuck it on the outside of the door and like closed it. So the next day when I got there, the "out of order" sign was still up, but I think someone like cleaned the fitting room, because I didn't see pee the next day. So I don't know who ended up cleaning it up, but...
And also the swimsuit bottoms, they'd also be wet. Because they were in my department, so in the summertime, everyone would try them on. Like, I don't know why, but...
The swimsuits, yeah.
Yeah, the bottoms would be wet sometimes.
Yeah, I had one of my coworkers who... We were pretty good friends when she worked there. And she went into one of our fitting rooms to clean it up, and there was a swimsuit bottom on the floor. So she goes to grab it, and I just hear a scream from the outside of the fitting room. And she comes out, and she's like grabbing her hand like this and like screaming. And I'm like trying to like calm her down, and I'm like, "What happened?" And she's like, "It was wet." Yeah, anyways, after that, I was saying, I like never grabbed a swimsuit again by just like sticking my hand in there. Like if there was a swimsuit on the floor, I would grab like a hanger and then like pinch the hanger and like grab the swimsuit by the corner. And then since they weren't in my department, I would just throw them in a buggy and then send them to her department for them to deal with. I'm sorry, I was scarred by the swimsuit.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Next, the dress. Cutting off the dress.
Okay, this is her story.
This is like around the time I put my 2 weeks in, so honestly I didn't care about anything. But this is, I think, the weirdest experience I've had. But okay, so there's this girl. I think she's getting ready to check out, or I think she asked our pool manager, and I saw them whispering like from far away.
Wait, who?
Like this, like.
She was talking to the manager. Okay.
Yeah. So then he comes up to me, and the girl does too, and he's like. He hands me a pair of scissors, and he's like, "Hey, Melissa, can you deal with this? She'll let you know." And it's like, I just looked at her up and down. I was like, "But she's not wearing anything." So then I had to.
She was wearing one of our dresses, right?
Underneath, like on top, she had her regular clothes on. So I was like, "What am I doing?"
Oh, so you didn't know yet? You were,
yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, "Okay." So I just like walked with scissors, and customers are looking at me. But so then we go to the fitting room. This thing is yours, and yeah. And then she tells me that she got the dress that she was trying on stuck like on her. I guess it was too tight or something. It was a really weird dress too. It was like weird fabric, so I guess. But
so she got stuck in there.
So she got it stuck on her, and then she's like, "Yeah, can you like rip it off?" And I was like, "How?"
So that's why he handed you the scissors.
Yeah, I think she ended up doing most of it herself though, because she just like ripped it off by hand, and then I cut like a few things because I didn't want to get too close. So I was like, "Okay, you try." But it was so awkward because she had to like take off her like the shirt, and then
so you were just like standing there like
I was just like
cutting a dress off of her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, "Do I still have to pay for this?" And we were like, "No, no." The dress is ugly anyway.
Yeah, our store was like, the customers could do whatever they wanted. They could take whatever they wanted into the fitting room. You grab Sephora things and you could take them into the fitting room. You know, like other stores are like, you have to leave like accessories and all that other stuff outside with us. But no, at our store they were like, "No, go ahead, steal it all." Because that's what people would do. They like take Sephora packets and mostly perfumes or colognes, and then they would like take it out of the box and steal it and just leave the box like under the chair or like on top of the mirror where we couldn't really see it until later. And then when we found it, it was like collecting dust.
It's too late.
Okay, so for this story, it was during the weekdays, probably a Tuesday or something like that. So I was in the fitting room and I saw there was a lady with her child in a fitting room. And I saw her come out, and she was wearing our dress from the store. She had her purse with her, like on her. She had her shoes on. She grabbed her kid by the hand, and she walked out, and she did not say anything. She just walked out of the fitting room. Yeah, and I was like, okay. So I go in the fitting room, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this lady's stealing. So I go in there, and sometimes what customers will do is they'll leave their clothes and steal our clothes, and like put our clothes on, and then leave theirs there instead. I don't know, to just throw us off or something. So I grab the dress on the floor, and I'm like, okay, this isn't ours. It's like a black cotton dress, and it just looks worn. And I'm like, okay, this lady just stole our dress. So then I'm going, and then I have to call our loss prevention guy. And
go through all that.
Yeah, so he was busy, so he called me on the phone instead, but I was at the front registers at this point. And I tell him, I'm like, yeah, I think this lady just stole our dress because she just walked out with it. And yeah, and she left her old dress here. So what do I do with the old dress? And he's like, put it in a bag, and then we can put it in the lost and found later. So I put it in like I was about to say the name of the store. I put it in a shopping bag, and I just leave it up there at the front registers. And then I was busy that day, so yeah, because it was always busy, honestly. Yeah. So I went back to my department, and I went back to the fitting room. And then I was just walking around my department, like cleaning it up. And so this lady, the same lady, this is like almost 30 minutes after this whole incident happened, but she walks up to me and she's like, I think someone took my dress from the fitting room.
No, you took hours.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I'm like, wait here, please. So I told her to wait.
What was she doing for 30 minutes?
I don't know. So I'm like, okay, just wait here. So I have to go up to the front registers and take the dress out of the bag, and then I just awkwardly bring it back to her, and I'm like, here. And she just looks at me like, okay. But I'm like, okay, can you really blame me? Because she left with like, people will leave like their shoes or something in the fitting room to let you know that they're still in there. Or
still, who does that?
Yeah.
That's weird too.
Yeah, she took like all her stuff like she was leaving the store. Like her kid, her purse, her shoes, like, yeah. So, I mean, I assume, I'm sorry, people do that because people will leave would leave their underwear, like their dirty underwear, they would take them off and then they would put our underwear on and then leave their old underwear like on the lingerie hangers. And then we would go in there and we'd be like, yeah, this underwear looks like yellow or something.
Used.
Yeah, so that's another story. What else?
My last horror story from my department, it was around prom dress season, so it was so annoying though, like having to carry each like really long dress in and out. But this one girl, she was trying on a prom dress and she chose again like the crusty fitting room at the end that no one touched, and I guess she smelled so bad. It was like a smelly smell. It was a really bad smell. I can't describe it, but yeah, she tried it on and she tried like 3 dresses on, and she just left the smell on them, honestly. Like I was like dying of laughter. Like I couldn't even explain to like our cool manager what was happening. It was me and a coworker, and we were just like laughing the entire time. We're like, there's like a really weird smell. You'll know. So we like called him and he came down and he was like laughing too. It was a mess, but yeah, it didn't leave the fitting room. Like, and I felt bad because someone
like it just penetrates the fitting room when someone with really bad body odor goes in there.
It doesn't leave.
Yeah.
And they're prom dresses, so those are like special to some people. So I was thinking, we can't put these back on there, can we? And so my manager was like, yeah, just I think he said just like leave it, toss it to the side. And to get rid of the smell, we had these at the front, these weird air freshener packs that
those smell so good.
Yeah. No, they smell like old lady houses. Like yeah, so we just threw those, like, we literally like threw them like bombs like in the fitting room. We had like 5 of them in there, and sometimes you would throw Sephora perfume samples, right?
Yeah, we would go get samples from this. Oh, this gives away what store it is, kind of. But whatever, we don't care if you can figure it out. Good for you.
Why would you apply there anyway?
Yeah, don't apply at this store if you know which store we're talking about. Yeah, but. Yeah, we would grab the little Sephora samples from Sephora, and then we would like spray them all over the fitting room, which honestly just like made it worse.
It was like a combination of smells.
Yeah, it was like a combination of like a really like high-end Sephora perfume and then like
trash
body odor, like booty stank. And it's like we would have like tickets that you would write like the reason why you can't sell it, and so you would have to write like it stank.
You'll know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our experience was
great.
Yeah.
The pay wasn't worth it, honestly.
Oh my god, yeah, what they paid us was such crap, honestly.
And I closed every shift and
No.
I don't miss it. Do you miss it?
No, yeah, I missed it at first, but the longer I think about it, the less I miss it.
Yeah, no. I still can't get the smell out of my
nostrils.
nostrils.
Yeah, so if you're gonna apply at a retail store, I would do my homework and research, and I don't know, just go visit the store and see what it's like. Just look at,
ask for the manager.
Yeah, and yeah, see if your manager's like a super weird person.
You'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
You really will.
Just by the way they like talk to you, you'll know if they're weird or not.
Or flashbacks. There's no good job.
Yeah, every job has a thing that's
Ups
like.
and downs. The Sephora discount. Was the
Oh
only
yeah, we
reason.
got a Sephora.
I still miss
discount.
that discount.
We will make more of these videos on our work experience soon.
They'll be called like horror stories because they're all horror stories.
Yeah.
Just in time for October.
Yeah, I was so stressed out when I was working there.
I wasn't.
Because
I didn't do anything.
Well, because it was my junior and my senior year, and then I was
Yeah.
doing all these
In
classes,
college.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't not do my homework most of the time. Like, I would freak out if I didn't do my homework. No, Melissa, she just.
So sad. It's true though. My
Yeah.
senior year was a mess.
Yeah, when you started working, oh my gosh, she just didn't. She was like, she didn't do her final for biology.
Did I?
No, you did it on the day of, in class. She did her biology final project.
Was it the presentation?
Yeah, she did it in
PowerPoint?
class. She made her
Oh, yeah.
PowerPoint like when 5 minutes before she was
What
about
people
to
was
present.
I forgot about this.
What is? No, this needs to be like a whole separate video. Yeah, so we'll see you guys in our next video, and hopefully we have more of these work horror stories. Thanks for
Bye.
watching. Bye.